Wow, that's beautiful. The Vancouver Whitecaps, which is a soccer team. You're in the most ideal location if you're into that downtown city lifestyle. What can you buy for $1 million in Vancouver, BC? That is a question I often get, and a lot of times I am being asked that in a sarcastic manner, but nonetheless, I do see a lot of videos comparing the kind of property you can get here versus other places around the world. Just the other day, I saw a comparison of how a $700,000 home that you can buy in Toronto can buy you a castle in France. Yes, a full-on castle. Unfortunately, we won't be looking at any castles today, but I will be taking you guys through a few properties in Vancouver at the $1 million mark, and we'll also take a look at the neighborhoods around those properties. Hey, if you're new to the channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Vancouver, BC and its surrounding suburbs, then make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on what's going on in the market here. My name is Chi Huang. I'm a real estate agent here in Metro Vancouver. I get calls and emails all the time from people just like yourselves who are looking to make a move. So if that's you, don't be shy to reach out. All my contact information is down in the description. Now, I'm excited to take you guys through some of these properties. We'll go over its descriptions, photos, as well as where they're located so you can get a full picture. Enough talking, let's jump into it right now. All right, so we're going to start things off with this property that's located on 2699 Duke Street. And this is a townhouse that's listed right at $1 million. So as you can see, it has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and 1,200 square feet. If we take a quick look at the property description, welcome to Kiki on Duke, a collection of 8 brand new 3-bedroom boutique townhomes. This beautiful 3-bed, 2-bath with flex offers an open concept kitchen with high-end appliances, minutes to an elementary and secondary, 4 minutes to a bus station, and it includes 1 parking. If we scroll down, you can see the maintenance fee is $337 per month, which is pretty good for 1,200 square feet. Got baseboard heating, and as you read up there already, it's built in 2024, so this year. Let's take a look at these pictures and we'll go from there. So this is the outside. It's nice. This is the corner, the end unit, so you're only sharing a wall on one side as opposed to being a middle unit where you're sharing a wall on both sides. As mentioned in the description, the open concept, you can definitely see that over here. You have your dining area, living room. So the kitchen is kind of blended into the living room, doesn't fully separate. Some people may like that, some may not. Yeah, overall very nice property. Of course, it's extremely new. It's built this year, so you're gonna get all the most up-to-date designs. Nice bedroom. Looks like you got some pretty good sunlight. Not sure which direction it's facing, but another bedroom, and this, I'm assuming this is the flex space. You can turn it into your office, your home office, like they staged it in the picture. Really good closet space. Yeah, so that's a good shot. You can see the whole living dining area. Yeah, nice. So that's nice looking property. We're going to jump on the map and show you where it's kind of located. So if we zoom out a little bit to start, this is obviously it's in Vancouver, but right off of Burnaby. And I just saw Metrotown. So Metrotown, which is in Burnaby, and if you take Kingsway, is a big street into Vancouver, and that's where this property, 2699 Duke. It's a convenient area, and if you're obviously, Metrotown has a ton of food options, so if you want to go there, but also in Vancouver, you're pretty convenient almost anywhere you live. You can see some restaurants, Starbucks, McDonald's, and you have a ton of parks pretty close by. Nanaimo Park, Renfrew, got the community center. So overall, yeah, it's a great location, convenient location. You're not really in the heart, in the center of downtown Vancouver. You're kind of in between Burnaby and downtown Vancouver, but you're close enough to really any of the conveniences that you could be looking for. All right, so let's move on to the next one. So 31455 East Cordova Street, listed also at $999. We're gonna jump into the photos right after we look at the description. So this is a 1-bed, 1-bath, 1170 square feet, and this is a customized character loft. Most desirable warehouse conversion. Okay, so it used to be a warehouse and they converted it into a loft. I'm excited to look at the pictures. You got original timber beams, brick wall, over 10-foot ceilings. Okay, and great storage, great closet. Building zone commercial, live work. Okay, so this is a live work unit, and strata allows pets and shorter term rentals. So maybe this could be a cool Airbnb idea. Walk to everything, including SkyTrain. We'll check out the location in a second. But yeah, maintenance fee on this is a little higher than the other one. It's $636 a month. Baseboard heating as well. Building heating fuel is electric. And this unit was built in 2006. I'm assuming the building was built in 2006 and they did renovations more recent. Let's take a look at the pictures. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so first thing that jumps out is this kind of reminds me of the New York, Brooklyn feel. Of course, with the brick walls and the whole, it kind of looks like a library with the bookshelves. Very unique feel to this unit for sure. Yeah, this really, especially the outside stairs, reminds me a lot of what you see in movies of New York and New York style homes. Okay, so you have, again, very open, and you don't have a bedroom per se. It's more of a studio. Very, very cool. Very unique taste, definitely. There's the bathroom. Kind of interesting. It's very open. Maybe there's a wall behind here that we can't see, but you got a bathtub. Okay, yeah, there's the wall. Okay, cool. So the floor plan we can take a look at. So yeah, of course you got your living area, your kitchen, your bedrooms right there, and your dining room, and your bathroom's kind of behind this wall over here. Cool. And this is where, yeah, probably looks like this building. Of course, you're in downtown Vancouver, so you're close to everything, surrounded by a ton of other buildings. Okay, so let's take a look at the location. So this property is right off of Hastings, which is another big street that runs all the way from Burnaby into Vancouver, and you're in Gastown, which is right also next to Yaletown. You're in a very, very busy area, as you saw in the last picture. You're right by a ton of other buildings. You're close to Main Street, which is another big one. Science World over here. If we zoom out, you got Granville Island, probably 5-10 minute drive. And then once we get to the West End and Stanley Park over there. So this is in the heart of downtown Vancouver. If you're looking for that city, the urban lifestyle, then this is right in there. The last property we looked at is a little bit more further east, getting closer to Burnaby, but this is really downtown. As you can see, you got Japantown, downtown east side, and you're right by the port. You got Canada Place, Seawall Water Walk. So yeah, really don't have to worry about not having things to do if you're living in this area. Okay, so let's move on to the last one we got now. 938 Beatty Street. So let's go through the description. So this is a 1-bed, 2-bath, 1093 square feet. Discover the ultimate urban retreat, just steps from Yaletown's finest restaurant, BC Place. So yeah, it'll be cool to check out the location. Sounds like it's in Yaletown, which is a great spot, a very desirable location. Luxury and convenience. You got hardwood floors, steam shower, aromatherapy. That's a bonus. An expansive walk-in closet. Okay, it looks like a really cool unit. And pets allowed, $650 a month for maintenance fee. Again, baseboard heating. You have an indoor pool and a clubhouse. Okay, so the maintenance fee is going into something. And this unit's built in 2005. Okay, let's take a look. All right, so just looking at the floor plan to start, your bedroom is on the upper floor. And wow, the whole floor is dedicated to a bedroom. You got a nook, walk-in closet. And this looks like a great property to host some parties. You have a roof deck. The whole main floor is dedicated to living and your kitchen, dining room. So you could host definitely some great gatherings here. You have a little flex area, that'll come in handy. Okay, so built 2005, but they definitely did renovation. All this looks very modern, very new. You have the waterfall, and yeah, that looks nice. Okay, you have a little lawn area, some synthetic grass it looks like. So if you're into barbecuing, it looks like they have a grill here. So in the summertime, this would be a nice, cute little area. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So looks like they turned the little flex area into a bar, but yeah, I'm sure you can do a lot of things with that little corner there. Get to the upper floor where the bedroom is now. Nice. That's pretty cool. You can see right through to your bathroom. You got big window right to your side. A lot of people will like that. In the morning, you have all the sunlight coming in. Very luxurious looking bathroom. So this is the walk-in closet, which leads to the nook. Yeah, let's go back there. You have a lot of closet space. This whole area is just dedicated for your room, for your bedroom. Yeah, and I bet you could come up with all sorts of ideas for this little nook area. It looks like they might be doing some exercise, maybe some yoga here. Oh, and you got your laundry right beside your room. It's convenient, but make sure it's not going home when you're sleeping. That'll be pretty loud. Okay, so this is the outside. You got kind of a loft and deck. Wow, that's beautiful. So yeah, you got the grill. You can chill here with your friends, host some great parties here for sure. That's very neat. Nice. You have a lot of trees by there, so you get some shade if you're afraid of heat in the summer. Cool. Yeah, no, this is a great unit for sure. Let's look at the location. So, yep, you're in the heart and center of Yaletown, right beside Park Casino, and this is BC Place, the Vancouver Whitecaps, which is a soccer team. This is their stadium. Of course, you're close to the water. You're close to Science World, downtown East Hastings. So yeah, you're in the most ideal location if you're into that downtown city lifestyle. You're convenient to really anywhere in the whole downtown area. This is the center of it all. So really all three properties that we covered, they're in a great location if you're into that city lifestyle. I would say the second and third property are more downtown. The first is a little further east. Really depends on what you're looking for, and all three properties kind of have their own different feel. This one you're close to the SkyTrain, close to Costco, Rogers Arena. Really, you won't run out of things to do here, that's for sure. And if you're looking for parks as well, you have Cooper Park, David Lamb Park, so Concord Community Park, all these things are here. Yeah, so that was fun. I enjoyed that. Cool to look at a few properties. So that's about it. All right, thank you guys for watching. I hope that was useful information or at least entertaining. Now, please comment down below what you liked or disliked about these properties. I can already predict that everyone's going to say they dislike the price. So let's just keep the obvious out of the way. Maybe stick to commenting on the features. And lastly, again, feel free to reach out if you're thinking of making a move, whether that's in a week or it's next year. I'd love to have a chat with you. With that being said, that was a lot of fun. Maybe I'll make more of these in the future. But either way, I will see you in the next one. Peace.